Hey, Crystal Maiden here. Obviously, this is not going to be very fun. This is one of the worst parts of the game. The Sumo Wrestling, like, it has completely different... Well, it doesn't have completely different rules, but it's like, the previous time that you did the Sumo, you were allowed to just slap constantly. But here, he just dodges out of the way of every single attack. It's like, why is he saying that he'll let him in if he beats him in sumo? Like, seriously, that doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't know. The Outermost Titan is a large humanoid unused creature in the game that attacks by smacking with his hands. It resembles the guardians of the Sacred Grove. A few well-placed hits to its crystal will disable it for a while. Judging from its appearance, it is possible that it appeared in either the Temple of Time or the Palace of Twilight. There is an unused Shadow Emissary, and this Twilight monster may be an older version of the Shadow Beast. It can be seen in a trailer from the Game Developers Conference 2005 when Link defeats one in the forest. It is still present in the game data as a model, and uses more or less the same movements as the Shadow Beast. There's also a black choo-choo model that still exists, and some unused models for fishing shop objects. But yeah, just the fact that I lost to this match so many times really goes to show you how annoying it is. It's like just now you're encouraged to sidestep back and forth, when you were never rewarded for doing that previously. Like previously, trying to sidestep just got you punished. They create challenge by randomly changing the rules on you. It's trial and error. And like again, like this is all just padding. But yeah, now we're finally entering Goron Mines, which has a pretty interesting gimmick, but ended up being another dungeon that's kind of annoying. Why would I ever use that elevator? Well, I guess if you really want to go back to the hot spring quicker? I don't know. The lava here is, like, golden. Like, you'd expect lava to be red. I guess it's trying to look realistic in a Zelda game. I guess that's the art style. Link has a pretty gruesome looking lava death animation, like when he falls in there. I don't really see the point. Like, I prefer the lava animation of Wind Waker. Even if it was overly goofy, at least it's not overly grim, dark, and depressing. But yeah, this dungeon makes a lot. It makes a lot use of the iron boots, and luckily it doesn't just use it in one way. Not only do you have to step on weight switches, but well, you'll see. It uses the iron boots in a way that has never actually been done before, which is pretty cool. There's an unused model of a large giant with white and purple lines in this game. The face is yellow when wearing glasses. The character serves no function, and it could have been a placeholder. Given its tremendous size and the fact that various models in the game match up heights to the stripes, it might have been used as a height reference. There's also an unused Henna model that has a rough-looking early model in the archive, Henna Zero Arc. The textures on her clothes and her hair aren't detailed, but the ones on her face are, which makes for a bizarre contrast. You're better off shooting down these things before, like if they drop onto you, it can be kind of annoying. Interestingly enough, there's 21 unused models of items from Wind Waker in this game, which includes the spoils bag, bait bag, delivery bag, 4 empty bottles, the Wind Waker bomb, boomerang, iron boots and bow, the picto box, tingle tuner, skull hammer, sail, hookshot, deku leaf, magic armor, grappling hook, Wind Waker, telescope, and that's it. Maybe they were placeholders for testing. I would have liked to see them in the final game, though. Zelda already reuses tons of items unapologetically anyways. Like, the Skull Hammer, like, that could be nice. I don't know why I called it the Megaton Hammer all the time in Wind Waker's LP, because, like, I never played Ocarina of Time, so I don't know why I just decided that was a more memorable name. I mean, I did use it as a weapon in Soul Calibur too, but... Like, the spoils bag, like, that's the thing, like, this game doesn't really have spoils from enemies, even though you could have used that to make, like, potions, like in... Or upgrade your items, like in Skyward Sword. Yeah, this is really annoying, because if you just keep on running, then for some reason, like, we'll just fall into the lava. I don't know why. So you have to awkwardly get another running start on the second platform, and make sure that it doesn't flip over with you on it. And it's like, how are you supposed to know that you're not supposed to go there yet? Because there's going to turn out to be a locked door there. Like, I think what the minimap should do is tell you when a door is locked. It shouldn't just have door symbols there. It should also tell you when they're locked. It'd also be nice if they at least told you, like, well, I guess it would ruin the surprise if you knew what the chest would contain before you open them, but at the very least, mark what chests have keys in them. Because, like you don't want to open a chest because you don't want to miss a chest because you think it just has money, because it's small, and then all of a sudden, nope, it's a chest that you need to progress through the dungeon. These enemies are pretty annoying. You have to attack their tails, and they constantly spin around really quickly. And this is another part of the dungeon where I fell in the lava. Or rather, I don't remember if I fell in the lava, but I messed up because, like, here you have to time your jumps so that the lava spouts don't hurt you. And I end up jumping the wrong way, getting all the way over here. Like, you have to turn the camera a certain way so that you know you have to progress here. And of course, if you mess up, then you have to go all the way back and pull the moving wall again. And the annoying thing is that once it starts moving to the left again, once it starts moving to the left, you have to wait until it fully finishes moving back to the left. And only then can you start pulling it again, which is really stupid. But yeah, not only can you walk underwater, and like, unlike in Ocarina of Time, you can actually attack under the water. In the Wii version of the game, you could actually use a glitch that I tried to pull off there, where you can walk on magnetic floors without being weighed down by the iron boots. And that would have made the dungeon a lot more fun, so of course they had to take it out, because, you know, fun, what's that? Like, I was really looking forward to walking on the magnetic ceiling without having to, like, it's like you're so slow when you're walking on the magnetic surfaces. That's what kills this dungeon for me. Is that you're so slow and you spend so much time. Like, it would be fine if all you did was, like, get carried around by the moving magnetic things. Like, get carried to different places. But instead, you have to spend a long time walking on magnetic metal surfaces. And there's one point in dungeon where you'll be doing that for a really long time. And you get really sick of hearing the sound of the iron boots constantly colliding with the floor. Like, this dungeon feels like it drags out. At the very least, because it has a cool gimmick in the form of that, at least cool in theory anyways, it's, like, it's not as bad as the Forest Temple, where it doesn't get good at all until after you get the dungeon item. Yeah, this is the theme of the level of a level mod for Sonic Generations. It sounds really nice. In fact, this is my favorite, like, ice level theme in all of Sonic. Even though it's not technically an official level. Like again, it just sounds so... His face looked like it was literally made of bloom there. Wow. But yeah, it's just so annoying constantly hearing the Iron Boots colliding with the floor. So I decided, like, in this section where you're spending a really long time walking slowly, figure I might as well replace the music. The thing is that this area is kind of misleading because the minimap shows 2 doors, but it doesn't tell you which door you need to go to. So you can easily end up going down the wrong path. Why is this path even here? All this path does is mislead you and cause you to spend a really long time going all the way through it. Then you drop and then realize you have to spend a really long time backtracking to get back to where you were. Why is this path even here? That's terrible design. It doesn't do anything. Like, dropping down here, it's just stupid. So yeah, I had to backtrack all the way back to where I was before because the level design tricked me. I don't think that's good design. It's also awkward fighting enemies on top of the magnetic ceilings because you're so slow. You're very restricted in your movement. And like, it feels like the only thing you can really do is just attack normally. Like, you can't do any, like, fancy side jumps around them or anything. There's an archive file for an unused cutscene placeholder, and this odd white triangle bears text that reads Carry Demo Cunt, which means temporary debug guide. There's an unused model for the green potion jar from a potion shop. It looks pretty good. There's also an unused landmine and a Deku plant model with the unused version of the Deku nut not cracking open when thrown. Instead, it just makes a metal-like noise. To crack it open, you'd need a bomb. It also floats on the surface of the water. That sounds interesting. There's unused models of palm trees with orange fall leaves. There's also an unused Beamos from Temple of Time that looks very similar to the Ocarina of Time ones. There's an unused fish model in the Wind Waker art style, making me immediately wish that game had fishing too. It's an early version of the Hylian Loach, sharing an archive and model file name with the Loach in the fishing game archive. Yeah, see, if they only use the magnetic Iron Boot gimmick like that, like instead of making you walk for a really long time in an annoying maze, then I think it would have been a lot more tolerable. Like, this is pretty cool. Although, when you think about it, it doesn't really make any sense because there's more metal on Link than just his Iron Boots. His Iron Boots, like, come to think about it, I don't really know why I unequipped the Hylian Shield. It probably has something to do with the fact that I shut off the game, and I had to repeat a lot of stuff just to get back here, so I probably forgot to re-equip the Hylian Shield, but I at least bought it. So yeah, basically, somehow, I managed to go through the entirety of this fire dungeon without burning and permanently losing the Orden Shield at all. Like, yeah, like, if you permanently lose it, and you can't ever get it back. Now that really matters because the wooden shield you can buy, because for some reason you can replace it for some reason, is exactly like it. Like, seriously, I don't see the point of buying a wooden shield unless you don't have enough money to buy a Hylian Shield at this point in the game somehow, and you wanna get a shield anyways. Even though shields are basically useless in 3D Zelda because you can't, like, it's not like the 2D games where you always have them up unless you are attacking or using an item. Because that was convenient. How are you supposed to know exactly where you should be standing to open a chest? It looks exactly the same from both sides. Why do you have to walk so slowly underwater? I mean, you don't walk as slowly underwater with iron boots on as you do on dry land, but that doesn't really make any sense, because shouldn't the water be really weighing you down and make you move even slower? And, like, I don't think it would work like this, where, like, I know it's fantasy, but I don't think, like, I think that he would die. I don't think he would, like, be turned upside down just fine. But I guess it's just magic. But yeah, this game doesn't have a spoils bag at all. Doesn't have, like, monster spoils. You can't really do anything with them. I mean, the spoils in Windmaker were kind of pointless anyways, because, like, there were a few items that you could collect for the sake of a side quest. There were skull necklaces that you could get to a man to play a pig minigame. There was joy pendants that you, for some reason, needed to beat the game. There were, like, you could collect choo-choo jelly to get a free potion. Because it's not like the game throws money at you. And it's not like the elixir's a thing that exists. And there's also, like, Boko Baba seeds that you can use to get free blue potion. Like, the spoils are mostly there for getting you free stuff and side quests. I think Skyward Sword actually used the spoils a lot better, because you could make your items better. Midna has an unused line where she says, "Oh crap, we're surrounded." I guess I thought that was too risque. Okay, this is another extremely unintuitive part of the dungeon. The camera's not showing you that you can go up there because it's... Yeah, why the hell can't you use your slingshot for the same things that the bow can be used for? That's stupid! And what's also stupid is why the hell, like, this is the biggest reason why the camera being too low to the ground for Adult Link is a bad thing. Because it doesn't show you high enough. It doesn't show you where you're supposed to go.